Yeah, just wanted to think of the good old days after listening to that. So, after thinking of all this, I just want to collect my mind and think this wasn't a bad show. It had wrestling. It had terrible build-up. It could have feuds that could have been potentially. I wouldn't mind seeing Drew McIntyre and Kurt Angle. You know why? Because it would have Kurt Angle and Drew McIntyre actually do something cool. He already beat him clean on Raw last week. So what was the why you couldn't have him make a feud of why Kurt Angle wouldn't get it or shit like this? I'm saying some what culture crap because I know they're gonna review it. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna do this whole number shit, and they're gonna bring up the fuck did I watch? Because we ended to Raw the time the female team is already set up. Ruby Riot, Nia Jax, Tamina, Mickey James, and Alexa Bliss versus the rest of the women for the women's Survivor Series team. Now about the Survivor Series gimmick, stop it. You're not bragging rights. Feuds can still be resolved for both brands without putting out that it's Raw versus SmackDown. I thought we'd gotten through this because now it's been the third year in a row. They've been trying to rip off what made 2005 big because they actually had big superstars on both shows. And I thought that'd be more, realized here. Thanks, SmackDown and Raw don't have established stars like Batista, John Cena, Edge, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, JBL. These were established guys. Like at least five of those dudes would be able to be holding a heavyweight championship. You have AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Kurt Angle. If you want to call Bobby Lashley a world champion when the ECW title was still big, like a third option for a belt, for a world championship because CM Punk held it. Who else held it? John Morrison or Johnny Nitro before he changed his name to John Morrison back in 2007, or just shit like that. Shit like that. Stuff like this could have been a lot more easier to stomach than the rest of the show because it had serviceable matches. Not much to be that cumulative of performances. Like it's not star rating. I don't rate my shit by stars. I rate my shit a 1 out of 10. I think it's reasonable. It's more accurate because you can make anything 5 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. So it's just the way I rate my matches. I don't do it that often anymore. Like I used to be a lot more interested in wrestling, like back in my times in high school, and now just watching WWE right now. We're gonna start right now. Ember Rose, Nia Jax. This was last time when they were in a match last week. Nia Jax, Ember Moon got assaulted, and then Nia Jax came out of nowhere. Tamina came out of nowhere. Tamina Snuka and Nia Jax are now together over just assaulting Ember Moon, and now they're feuding. Why don't you put that on the pay-per-view? Why don't you put a lot of this shit on the pay-per-view? I don't want to waste my time with Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles again. I don't want to see a women's tag match, Survivor Series match. I don't want to see a tag team tag match. You really can't make a feud with that many guys on the show. Really? And why Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre are still together? What is that to relate to? What is that supposed to relate to? I had to waste 3 hours of my time because with the studying, playing. I just bought Black Ops 4. And I was thinking to myself, maybe I should just wait. Just wait and purchase this shit. Wait. I wanted to buy it right now. I think it's finished downloading. So I got this game digitally. And just watching this crap on the side while this is downloading was kind of embarrassing. Because Nia Jax won, obviously. This was it was Tamina versus Amber Moon, but Nia Jax interrupted a part of the match. I think the most funniest part was Amber Moon trying to go for a suicide dive, miss Tamina, and try to intentionally hit Nia Jax so she doesn't interrupt the match. That backfired thinks Nia Jax is bigger than her. Like, these women have faces of Wendy Williams, but built like fucking Umaga. R.I.P. But fuck me, man. I hate the wrestling. The wrestling was sloppy. Amber Moon can't make a fucking assault for her life. I still don't know her character over the course of this entire match. No, this is every set of baby faces. He's trying to cool with somebody. They just think they're legit friends. They just think that they're likable. They just think that they're interesting, even though we don't know anything about them. All we know is they like wrestling. They like the WWE. What else? They fight, and you have Amber Moon that has eye contacts of her shit red. She has this weird Spartacus sex dominatrix shit attire that I don't understand. I don't know what's supposed to represent. None of her character things. She barely even talks. She's hot. She seems athletic. She looks athletically gifted. We don't know what kind of characteristics. You need to show a swag when it comes to stuff like this. You're on television, 8 to 11 o'clock. It's prime time TV. It's Monday Night Raw, and you're telling me right now, where a lot of people are watching, and they would tune out when they notice that a wrestling show is going to be 3 hours of television where they would be rather watching Monday Night Football or a few of the NBA games that were out, or a bit of hockey, or a few Showtime shows, or something on late night TV that they would rather be watching that's only for at least half an hour or an hour, and go to bed, get ready for work. You're watching a 3 hour program of professional wrestling that nobody cares about. The feuds, irrelevant at this case. Why can't you have Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar be the main event, a rematch of the year with Baron Corbin not interrupting? It's just gonna be Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Survivor Series. That could sell some tickets. Why, you want the same shit to happen again? AJ Styles uses a weapon this time, or something like that, or it's gonna be more of a blowout with an undersized guy as WWE champion against goddamn Brock Lesnar, a man that looks like he'll murder two baby elephants in one night. It's just wow. Come on, come on, guys. I'm not trying to see. I'm not trying to see. Goddamn, 10 out of 10. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker's 20 times in a night. But I'm trying to see if something's actually going to be good, something watchable. Tamina won with a big ass splash off interruption by Nia Jax, and it came with that's it. Amber Moon lost. We had to cut and see Drew McIntyre threaten Drew McIntyre's promo in Dolph Ziggler versus Finn Balor. We're gonna go into Seth Rollins. It was Seth Rollins. He was getting interviewed by Corey Graves about his champion versus champion match with against the United Feud, getting a big promo, or at least showing a statement by assaulting. If he ain't good in words, why didn't he assault Seth Rollins on Raw, just like the women's division did? That could have been something cool. We got a corny ass with him on his thing, with his stupid face, like he's trying to make a duck face while sucking some dick. And I'm sick of this. Stop doing the promos on your phone. It doesn't make your match to see. Just a thought. Just a thought. It was AJ Styles and Charlotte Flair doing their promo, and it's like buddy. They look like two open lesbians. Kyle's still not cutting his fucking hair. He's a grown ass man. He's 40 something years old. Cut your hair. It's going cares. So yes, Seth Rollins got promoted against Corey Graves about his later matchup on Survivor Series this Sunday against Shinsuke Nakamura, the United States champion. And then he got lately interrupted because Corey just likes putting any other topics that, even though he was scheduled to talk about Shinsuke Nakamura, so we thought that would be a more interesting topic. Except to go back to the Dean Ambrose because 2 weeks ago he assaulted him, and the other day he assaulted him after his match, and it was a handicap match. The handicap match. Obviously, he was going to lose. And Dean Ambrose going to come out of nowhere and assault him. So you have to wait the next week for him to show an explanation, even though it was pretty basic. He was tired of being an idiot. I don't give a fuck. You can say all the crap you want about Dean Ambrose, how he's been underutilized. I didn't mind the promo, how he thought he's sick of carrying everybody on his back. He's literally one of the major reasons why the Shield were winners. And he thought he needed a bigger time. Well, you weren't doing shit as a lunatic fringe. You had a small reign as the WWE champion. You held the Intercontinental title for a couple times. You were a U.S. champion. That was the longest reign you ever had. With the tag titles, that Seth Rollins helped you out, by the way. Like, I understand for this promo, it was supposed to show that being part of a unit wouldn't make him a better wrestler, it wouldn't put his career forward. Could have had it like that instead of being Seth Rollins treating me like a retard, even though people knew I was a loose cannon. What the fuck? You guys needed a hug? Do Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins need to hug it out? I'm just saying. Because my time watching WWE, I thought it's supposed to be a land of opportunity. Everybody has a shot to do something, to make their own. That's how WWE gets big. They make stars. The Rock got into a faction. He gotten big. When he got out of the faction, he gotten bigger. Stone Cold Steve Austin was part of a tag. He went to ECW. He's part of that group. And then he came to WWE, made a character for himself, and he was with the $1 Million Man. John Cena came ruthless aggression. He started big, and then people thought he was boring, like second half of his career. Dean Ambrose came from being part of the biggest team in WWE, not the most dominant, when Michael Cole wants to say. And fucking there, he was more accomplished. He was one of the longest reigning United States champions. I think he beat an MVP's record. He was a dominant tag team champion. No one cared about his 2 Intercontinental title reigns. No one cared about him as WWE champion. He was close into the threat of becoming Universal champion when he was feuding with Kevin Owens, but nobody remembers that. Nobody even remembered Kevin Owens holding the Universal Championship. You gotta go to fucking What Culture or look online on the WWE Network or the WWE website. You can obviously look at the previous champions of every championship held. It's interesting facts if you want to look up on the website. WWE literally owns a lot of history on some of the old franchise belts. So yeah, interesting enough, it was a poor promo. They could have had this in the ring, and this really couldn't have been discussed with Corey Graves just coming in here and it sounded like he was being the instigator. I didn't care because shit. You have a 3-hour show. You somehow still got to stick to the plan, and if you keep a shit for over 10 minutes long, especially a promo, got to be over 10 minutes long. It's gonna be really jarring to watch. And I watch a lot of bad shit this year with WWE. With the pay-per-views, Crown Jewel was disappointing. I did want to make an individual video because I finally upload videos instead of live streaming. And I gotta say one thing. Jesus Christ, Crown Jewel was bad. Crown Jewel was bad. Like, it was badder than bad. Like, if you go to the worst TNA promo, you go to the worst TNA pay-per-view, it's equal to that because complete filler. Nobody cared who was the champion. No one cared about the matches. I think the biggest thing was one legend was coming up to compete. And just like TNA, they had a legend up to compete. You remember him. He'll do the same moves, but he's going to get a concussion. That was it. Side note, why does, if you people watch the NBA, does Leo Rush look like Isaiah Thomas from the Denver Nuggets? I'm just saying. Side note, not part of the conversation right now, because Leon Rush is supposed to be a manager, and yet he just manages and glorifies. Look, you can glorify your client when he wins. Paul Heyman, even though I think Paul Heyman should give up with being just the manager of Brock Lesnar because that shit's getting boring. But if you look Brock Lesnar win matches. Brock Lesnar dominates. Brock Lesnar makes millions of bucks. He's going to the UFC. The dude's doing so much stuff, and he's accomplished so much. What did Bobby Lashley do? I mean, you had a he was good in mixed martial arts. He did TNA. He won the US and the ECW title. He came back after a decade off. He barely won matches. Even this week, he he won via countout. He won in countout. He won via countout, and that makes him weak, man. You got a big, muscly dude facing off against a borderline guitarist in WWE, and you're telling me right now that that Elias Sampson loses by countout instead of a dominant performance by Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley with getting hyped on by Leo Rush. I'm just saying, man. I'm just thinking of better opportunities and better things to make the show better so people can watch it and people can buy the toys, buy the video game that I think like a quarter of the country buys. And Jesus, when it comes to seeing this, I'm just shocked why people are still fans or still watch it. I hate to say that because I've been watching this for nearly 15 years of my life, and it's bad, bad. I'm sorry, 13, and just watching this crap just makes me sick to my stomach. How they just forget about plots. You have 20 every week doing the show, and you guys don't think of better ideas to do with your wrestlers. Why do you still have a cruiserweight division? Why do you have a women's division that nobody cares about? Tournaments. You make all these worldwide tournaments. Where are these guys signed? NXT. They'll go to NXT. They'll come to the main roster. If that doesn't work, they'll go to Superstars. If that don't work, they're back to the Indies. That happened to Neville, and he's doing way better. Cody Rhodes, he's doing way better. Jay Lethal, he's doing better. A lot of guys that you see in the indie scene are getting more notarized by at least a hardcore fans or at least a better demographic for professional wrestling that doesn't have to be mainstream and they get at least critically acclaimed or at least watched by more dedicated fans that watch that shit more consistently than they do with WWE. In WWE, only like nearly 1 million viewers tune in to watch in the third or second hour. Most people I know, and I have some friends of mine that tell me that they go to sleep to the second or third hour. It's grown adults now, dude. It's grown adults. First time I posted this, first time I posted on YouTube, it was 2015. It was in my sophomore year of high school. It is now 2018, freshman year of college, and I'm still seeing the same problems like I did in 2015. Lashley can't win matches fair in a good way anyway. Braun Strowman is getting underutilized. He still needs to work on the mic. He's getting worked upon by the fans. Where the fuck is that coming into main event status? Match, because that small ass rant wasn't enough. Kurt Angle was not shown in the rest of the show, even though he won a match. He had a good match against Drew McIntyre. It was Dolph Ziggler and fucking Finn Balor. What I gotta say about this match, it was an all right match, but it's like they could have had this weeks and weeks and weeks, and you wouldn't have not remembered shit. Finn Balor won. Blah blah blah. He's now on Team Raw. Instead of, I think it was supposed to be Drew McIntyre that was supposed to be the captain, but he didn't want. He didn't want any baby faces on his team. Tag team division and how irrelevant I think it is. It's fucking boring. None of the tag teams I know anymore. I don't think a lot of fans even know Hagen. And let's read them out and see if few people remember. Let's read them out because I have them right here on this link. Beauty and the Man Beast, Heath Slater, Rhino still works here. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, Lucha House Party with Grand Metalik. You still remember Kalisto when he was with Sigma and Lince Dorado, the Ascension, B Team, the Revival. and it was a tag team battle royal for a Survivor Series spot. So you have the tag division, the women's division, and of course the regular main roster in 3 times Survivor Series matches, and there's nothing else to hype up in the show because you've got champions versus champion shit, and it's just nothing's on the line. Nothing seems to be sacrificial except we already had something for bragging rights, but it was an individual one-on-one matchup, and now we have just tag team Survivor Series matching, even though that was Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and fucking SummerSlam. What did they all have in common? They were all big superstar showdowns, showing star power in a big stage. New York, Florida, LA. We keep having this shit in Brooklyn. Why? What do we have in Survivor Series? AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley. I mean, Brock Lesnar. And I don't care. We have a tag Survivor Series captaincy. That means whoever wins this battle royal, they're captains. Like, you have to be captains. 2 people have to be captains for tag teams. Wow. No one cares who is ever the captain because nobody looks like a bona fide leader. Yeah, so Bobby Roode and Chad Gable won. The team they eliminated was the Ascension. Bobby Lashley faced off against Elias Sampson. Elias Sampson, even though people give him flack, he's still one of the more positive things next to Braun Strowman to why you could even watch Monday Night Raw, at least a clip that they show you on YouTube. Because he is humorous, he gets related with the crowd, he's a good heel, he's a good character. Still not good enough. He lost via countout because of Leo Rush holding his leg. Yeah. His fucking leg. For a 10 count. And Bobby Lashley, yeah, that's totally dominant. Leo Rush acting like a dark ass hornswoggle. Nigga, didn't he do wrestling in 205 Live before he became the manager? Whatever. Because somehow you can't hold your own. He got tossed out like a little child. Fucking one-on-one match. It was completely pointless because the Flyers for the last spot for Team Raw for the women's tag for the Women's Survivor Series match for Raw and SmackDown. And yet no one cares. Because of Sasha Banks and Bayley. I thought they were supposed to build conflict, whoever would come in and represent Raw, but they just wrapped that up and made it Ruby Riott. So it's all heels against the leader that's a heel, and half of it that's heel and very few baby faces. I don't get it. I don't care. This won't build up to any storylines. I hate the Survivor Series. I hate that it's gotta be after my birthday. I hate it. And then in the no contest, just to show Ruby Riott was gonna be the guest. We had a backstage segment. I forgot to bring this up. We had a backstage segment with Ronda Rousey bringing up just that Becky Lynch is a heel champion, and she takes it like she knows everybody, even though she's been in the company for a couple months now. Nia Jackson, to me, they takes it like they're intimidating. They're not. I mean, they're intimidating if you see them in the Taco Bell and there's something on sale, but anything else, you're not good. I keep it the fat jokes because there's really nothing into their characters. I gave up on on Nia Jax as soon as she feuded with Alexa Bliss and is supposed to be representing bullying. You should give up on a grown woman when it comes to crap like that when they treat themselves as a victim and it's supposed to be a storyline. You should give up on that. Fucking disappointing ass for Survivor Series, bro. That's my favorite pay-per-view. I mean, I love wrestling. It's like my personal favorite. My personal favorite pay-per-view Survivor Series because it's a month to my birthday. And the best way to bring like superstars together. So yeah, kind of fucked that up for me, WWE. Kind of coming in the women's division being absolutely stopped to build up because all you have left to build up is who's going to be qualifying for the SmackDown males. That's pretty much it for SmackDown. It gets a Raw. It gets a 9, in my opinion. The matches were serviceable, but they didn't save any build-up. There was nothing going on. Ray Angle could have feuded with Baron Corbin. He couldn't feud with Drew McIntyre, so what was the point just to make Drew McIntyre look like a diabolical heel? Michael Cole, if I see you, like if it was back in the day and shit, back when radio was the biggest source of entertainment, back if you're an old head, if you ever thought of watching this, I'm just saying, like if you watch baseball, boxing, maybe there was radio accessible for local professional wrestling feds back in the time. I don't know what, but if I see Michael Cole call any wrestling on radio, you won't know shit what would happen for the next 3 hours. I swear to God, he can't describe to you anything. Good to know. Good to know. That's totally on topic, Dylan. It's on topic. It's really on topic. But still, though, if I see Michael Cole fucking call wrestling matches, it's going to be bad. He's going to be talking about. He's going to use all onomatopoeias. He's going to fucking say like 20 moves from 2K19 that he knows because he plays as himself as a cop. And you're not gonna know shit what would happen. It would be goddamn AJ Styles versus goddamn Shawn Michaels, and they'd be like, oh, sweet chin music, bang, hit to the face, shit, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, $9.99, $9.99, guys, $9.99 to watch the show, man. I gave you guys so much good update. You guys should totally watch this show, and it gets a 4 out of 10. And you knew, Enzo Amore cut his wrist, and McMahon said the N word in the pay per view, and you didn't miss up on shit because I think the show was a complete bore. Just like Crown Jewel, just like Extreme Rules, just like any other forgettable pay per view that you have wasted your time to see. And pretty much that's going to be the end to the video watching.